unofficial CEO of ClemenGold, it is my duty to give you your daily dose of vitamin C. And we're doing that today with an amazing upside-down ClemenGold citrus cake with chocolate shards.
Because it had to. Did this one come to you in a dream, my friend? Can I
did.
get a little embrace? Because I love you so much.
I love you too, my man. Talk about dream combinations, chocolate and orange. And this one's a winner.
This might be one of the best. This is, you know, seeing as Carissa's got her top 20 list of. You're on my top 20 list.
Look, I'm putting you top 5 because I was going to joke with Carissa and say she mispronounced my name. It's not pronounced J, it's pronounced Clem. But then after she burnt you and said you're in top 20, I was like,
I know.
No,
you don't even know if you're on that list, buddy.
No, confidence.
I'm going to say this is on my top 5 flavor combinations.
Right.
Citrus and dark chocolate in particular.
Absolutely.
Winning. Okay, so where do we
Let's
begin,
talk about
buddy?
it. So I'm going to celebrate the fruit, which is what we're here to do, right? ClemenGolds are absolutely amazing. If you can use them in their whole state as much as you can, skins and all, you're going to get something really magical. Because yes, you've got the beautiful sweetness of the flesh, which is perfectly balanced with that subtle acidity, but then you've got so much other flavor happening on the outside.
That's the reason why we use zest.
Of course. And the skin is so thin that actually, in the way we're going to use it today, it kind of just softens and really becomes part of the dish.
Oh,
so,
my word.
what you're going to do is you're going to find your mom's smallest chopping board, okay? You can't use a normal chopping board for this recipe. You need to find the smallest chopping board.
Carl left it here.
Guys.
Okay.
But then how
as a
is
little
he?
Gift for me, just so I can remember him.
Is he going to be okay this weekend? How's he going to chop his food?
Right. He took mine, and it takes up his whole kitchen counter.
Wow. Okay, Carl, love you. Okay.
Love you so much,
So we're going to
man.
slice up some of our ClemenGolds.
And I like this. I like this no peel option here. I think a lot of bakers are going to like this no peel option
Imagine
as well.
after peeling 10 kgs of fruit, now you're like, wait, no, just to leave the skin on. Absolutely, and I'll show you why it works. If you actually look at how thin that skin is, that's what makes it.
Can we call it a membrane?
We can call it.
No, it's not so sexy when you call it a membrane.
No, but you get the idea.
It is unbelievably thin. But how beautiful is that cross section in itself? You want to lean into that.
It is stunning.
Use that from a design perspective. It just looks beautiful.
Can you start layering those for me?
Okay, because this is going at the bottom, but it'll become the top. Why?
It will become the top, yes, exactly.
Because this is an upside down.
So you're going to want to make sure that you arrange it as beautifully as you can, because that's going to be your presentation side.
Okay.
And you can kind of squeeze them in there, squish them a little bit, because then when they bake, they're kind of like set in shape.
Sure.
You're good, Graham, you got it.
I've got it, buddy, I've got it.
So that's going to be our base. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make a quick ClemenGold sugar syrup, because when this cake comes out of the oven, and as soon as it comes out of the oven, we're actually going to pour a sauce over it to make sure it's extra juicy. Got extra ClemenGold flavor.
Oh, like a drizzle.
A drizzle.
Ooh,
so cast the sugars in the pot at the moment. Cool, we're going to go in with a little bit of ClemenGold. Hoy, the zest. I'm sorry, I was supposed to add some zest in there as well. So much flavor you get from the zest. That's going to heat, and that's going to become the syrup that we pour over the baked cake.
Wow.
Now,
can you even call this a cake? Is it not a dessert?
It's not a cake,
amazing.
but it's different. It's different. Okay, so next thing, we got some butter, we got sugar. This is for the actual cake itself.
Okay.
Graham, talk to the people. You need to go grab something up.
Okay, go and get us a pot. Now, I think when you're working with something as good as, and there's a reason why the world is in love with ClemenGolds at the moment, you've got to honor the ingredient. And I love the fact that we're leaning into that. And it's not just from a flavor perspective, it's the look of it. Like, use it as the hero of the dish like this. I think this is a genius, masterstroke.
It really, really is. So we've got our sugar and we've got our butter into our bowl. Guys, it's winter.
It is.
You can heat up your butter, leave it on the counter for 5 minutes, and when you come back, it will be hard.
Crimmel, it'll be crimmel.
It will be crimmel. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the butter's a little softened. It's going to help the sugar incorporate. Tips on how to get your butter to soften. So what I like doing is, in this case, as you can see, our butter is like just dancing around because it's so cold. I'll take a dishcloth and then I run really hot water, or even boiling water, and then kind of like cool it off, bring it out. And then what I do is what I'm actually supposed to do. Whenever you're doing something like this, you always have your bowl on a cloth.
On a warm cloth.
So it does, even on a dry one, so your bowl doesn't dance around too much while you're doing it. So if you heat your cloth up with hot water, put it underneath the bowl.
A little bit of
heats
residual.
up the butter as you're busy.
Wow.
Winter, guys, it's real.
So clever.
So here we go. Give me that a good mix. So imagine for a second that it's all now incorporated and it's fluffy. It's not fluffy. Okay, but imagine. So we're gonna turn up the speed, add some eggs.
Gonna get fluffier now.
Incorporate. Actually, it is gonna get fluffier now.
I mean, I'm sure I've asked you this every time, and I ask every baker. Was an upside-down cake intentional or a mistake? Did someone drop a cake and realize that this could be the best thing ever made?
Upside down cakes actually were intentional. They wanted to show off the fruit, and I understand why, but you know, we can pretend. We can pretend, just for the romance of the story.
I'm just saying that for every person that's ever dropped a cake, or maybe trifle was discovered like that. Someone dropped it. Exactly.
And they just put it up and put it in the bowl.
They were just like, no, that's fine, it's fine.
So cake batter comes together
It is
so
actually
quickly.
coming together beautifully there. Well done.
So we had some baking powder, we had some flour in the dry ingredients. I added some vanilla. It comes together so quickly, as you can see. A little bit of milk goes in to loosen, buttermilk, sorry, to loosen the mixture.
We use buttermilk a lot when we bake wine. What does it bring to the party?
It's the reaction that it has with the baking powder. It's the acid and the base, and when they come together, it gives you that beautiful lift. Also changes the color, gives you more deep color. It's not so much, to be honest with you, people say it's the flavor. I've never tasted a cake and going, can taste some good buttermilk in there.
We threw mayonnaise in a chocolate cake yesterday, and Carissa hasn't been able to move past it, man. I can see her little brain was like, no. Well, she's got a big brain, but it was like, no. But it's a similar sort of thing. It's the acidity, it's the egg, it's the science, yeah?
And there's oil in the mayonnaise, there's eggs in the mayonnaise, so it works. In the pot, you've got some butter and sugar, okay? Malted together. That's going over our beautiful ClemenGold pieces.
Oh, so you're going to get that real stodgy, gorgeous, soaked up bottom.
All the goodness. So, G, I'm going to give you this task just to pour that batter over. This is a two-man job.
You do the
One man does the hold, and I do the scraping. Don't worry about the lumps. Absolutely. This is such a quick and forgiving recipe. Do not worry about the lumps. Everything's going to bake together.
Oh, man. And
like I said, when it comes out the oven, that syrup goes over. You turn it over. We've got some chocolate shards.
As one does, it seems like we are doing a lot of chocolate shards at the moment, and it's great because, again, it's unforgiving, or quite forgiving, but it gives quite a spectacular end note. Look at that.
Look at that, look at that, look at that. How much did you pay for that? Zeitsmacher on display. Look at
People are going to be asking for discounts later when they get there. That just looks spectacular. If you want to find this recipe and cook along or bake along, expressoshow.com is where you'll find it. That looks wicked, wicked, amazing.
Sweet treat for the weekend. Done.
Can we call it the ClemenGold?
It's called the CEO cake. See, the CEO ClemenGold cake. Limited edition. Actually, no, because you're going to make it at home. Get the recipe. Where did they get the recipe?
Expressoshow.com.
Don't miss it.
From the boss. From the boss himself, we've got one ClemenGold field hamper, okay? And we love it, okay? This is valued at 3,800 Rand, okay? I know a lot of people are going to jump on this. If you want to enter, you've got to find the Woolies competition post on the Expresso Facebook or X or Instagram page. It's all over, and tell us this. What is your favorite dessert to make using ClemenGold mandarins? Please don't forget to include that qualifying hashtag, Woolies and ClemenGold. The competition closes at midnight. That's Sunday, the 22nd of June this year. Get on it. We will have a ton of entries for this one because it's an amazing prize. Dude, you have outdone yourself. If this didn't come to you in a dream, it certainly will later tonight. But please, if you're going to make it this weekend, we want proof. Show us the crumbs left on the plate afterwards.